Welcome to the RSO Event Monitor training. In this training, we will cover why monitors are important, duties of event monitors, things that should happen before, during, or after an event, various supplies that might be provided, and how to properly use those supplies. Event monitors on campus hold a responsibility to their organization and their event attendees to ensure the safety of their guests, that event entrance procedures are administered correctly, and that policies are upheld by RSO members and event guests. Student Life expects all event monitors to be students rather than faculty, staff, or off-campus advisors. Specifically, event monitors aid in the guest experience by ensuring the attendees are safe and having a good time. Monitors also take attendance so they know who is present, have a history of attendance trends between events, and can comply with fire code when applicable. Overall, monitors are part of the event management team in that they execute the event plan from beginning to end and observe things that need to be managed or changed in the moment or for future events. If monitors are appropriately following the training guidelines and event plan, the RSO retains some protection should questions arise around the way in which the event was conducted. Finally, monitors ensure that RSO members and guests are complying with UCA policy while at the event, and they are responsible for reporting incidents or information to UCA PD or emergency personnel. Each monitor must complete the RSO event monitor training prior to an event they are scheduled to work. Anticipated monitor information is reviewed during the submission process, and all untrained persons listed will not be allowed to monitor until training is completed. All event monitors that complete the latest version of an event monitor training will remain approved with Student Life until a newer version of the training has been released. RSO leaders will be notified when a new training is available and when members need to retake the training. During the event submission process, all planned event monitors' names will be listed as well as their phone numbers. This information is only recorded on the administrative side of Cub Connect and will only be used should UCA or emergency personnel need to contact someone at the event. Each social event must have monitors for the event. There needs to be one event monitor for every 50 attendees. Although having multiple event monitors for 50 attendees is not required, it is best practice to have a few more monitors than the minimum. There are several duties or expectations for monitors while they are at an event. A pre-event meeting should be held with all monitors and security personnel if applicable. During the meeting, several things should be discussed. Monitors should introduce themselves to the police officer or security personnel at events to see if they have any questions or expectations for the event, and so these officials know who are and aren't the event monitors. Monitors should wear identifiable uniforms decided upon as a group, and during the meeting, all monitors should ensure they are dressed appropriately. These uniforms could be as simple as a shirt that says security or the RSO's shirt. If the event is themed, it is not advised that monitor uniforms be variations of the theme. This is to keep them distinguishable from attendees. All monitors should have roles they are aware of and agree upon with the other monitors that they will be completing. Most monitors will consistently help administer the entrance procedures and perform regular checks throughout the event location. Monitors must remain sober throughout the event. It is important that monitors are able to respond to incidents should they arise. Regular checks of the venue by monitors should be completed, and any issues or violations of UCA policy or local, state, or federal laws should be reported to the police or security officials immediately. Before the event, the monitors need to arrive early enough to prepare the location and meet with their monitor team and security officer if applicable. All monitors should ensure that they are wearing the agreed upon uniform, and monitors should change if they are not dressed appropriately. All monitors should know the entrances and exits, which doors are not being used for event access, and what areas are off limits to both members and guests during the event. Signage should be hung up in a visible location at the entrance using tape that is easily removed from the laminate after the event. One of the monitors needs to check the supplies provided before the event starts in case something needs to be replaced or operation instructions need to be explained. All monitors that are doing check-in should be given the check-in code, and they need to prepare their phones for check-in. Finally, a last check of admission procedures and roles of all monitors should be covered. If there is a rotation, expectations for the rotation should be covered as well. Event supplies are given to members of the organization after noon on the day of the event and returned before noon on the day immediately following the event. The supplies that are given vary from event to event, and what supplies will be given are put in the approval notification message from Cub Connect. The first item given is an attendance clicker. These are used to count how many people attended the event. The check-in app will show all checked-in participants, but a clicker can be used to keep track of in and out attendance or fire code restrictions. The next item is a metal detector wand. These should be used on all participants to ensure the safety of all attendees for your event. Student Life recently got new signage printed for events. These should be hung up by the entrance or parking lot areas of the event where they are easily visible. The non-UCA attendance sheet is a way for attendance to be taken for attendees who are not affiliated with UCA. The final supply will not be provided by Student Life, but is available for all monitors through their app store. The Campus Labs check-in app is used to take attendance for all events on campus and should be used regardless of whether an event is open or closed or on or off campus. Basic entrance procedures stay the same from event to event. They just might be applied differently based on the type of event, anticipated attendance, how many monitors there are, location, or other factors. There should be a clear plan presented by the event planner during the event submission, and this plan needs to be followed. Additionally, the plan should be relayed to all RSO members before the event, as they are also expected to follow the event plan. Consistent application of event plans and admissions procedures need to happen regardless of who is attending events. Members of RSOs are still subject to standards of conduct and entrance procedures when attending events. Attendance needs to be taken with the attendance clicker for all people who enter into the event. If monitors know that someone has left the event and is returning, their attendance should not be tracked twice. The clicker should not be reset at the end of the event and should still have the recorded attendance number when the supplies are returned to Student Life after the event. Student Life provides metal detector wands for almost all events. All of the wands are tested regularly to ensure they are working properly. Please watch this short video on the functions of the metal detector wands. The wand should be used in beeping mode only at events. Monitors should not touch the person they're using the wands on, but the wand should be close enough to detect any metal objects. Please watch this video on the proper way to use the wand on a participant.
G'day sir, just doing a quick check. What we need to know, anything in your pockets today? No worries, I'll just get whatever you've got, just put them over there so the detector doesn't go off. I'll get you to stand out with your arms for me. Thank you. Just check the other one. It's just your ring there, that's fine. Gonna do your front. That's just your zip. Just get your turn around for me, thank you. No worries, thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
Yep, no worries, thanks mate.
Event check-in happens in the Campus Labs check-in app. There can be several members of an organization completing check-in as needed. No extra equipment is required as the app is available on both the App Store and Google Play Store. Data automatically uploads to Cub Connect in real time. Here we will enter in the event code for a test event and log in as Bruce Bear. There are two different ways to add attendees into the system. The first way is to scan their event pass. The second way is to search their name in the system. You should always default to scanning an event pass, as this is much quicker and accurate for attendance. The non-UCA attendance sheet is used to keep track of any non-UCA person at events. These persons should be college age and must present their government ID. This can be a license, passport, or something similar. Other university IDs should not be accepted. This sheet is not a sign-in sheet. This is for monitors to take attendance themselves. Monitors with this list need to use the provided ID to record the attendee's name, ID number, and write down the issuing authority, such as the state of Arkansas or country of Mexico. Again, this is not a sign-in sheet for guests to record their own information. Monitors are responsible for the completion of this document. All UCA attendees should present their event pass. They should not be recorded on this sheet. This sheet will be turned in after the event by the president or event planner. Information written on this should be appropriate, as it might be seen by administration if needed. Finally, we will talk about signage for the event. Signage should be hung up in locations that are visible to your guests when they enter events. Signs need to be hung up using tape and not nails or push pins. Let's look briefly at a couple of diagrams on how the entrance should be arranged. This picture shows a less than ideal entrance setup. As you can see, the line forms to the left of the entrance, however, the signage is to the right. This can limit guests from seeing the signage, as they can easily pass it up. Additionally, the monitors with a metal detector and check-in app are inside the entrance. Should a large number of guests show up at once, guests might enter before being able to be checked in or scanned by the metal detector. Now let's look at a diagram with a more ideal entrance setup. In this diagram, you can see the setup has been modified to fix the issues from the previous diagram. Signage is placed along the line queue, so those approaching the entrance will be able to see the signage. Additionally, the monitors with a check-in app are along the line, ensuring that those in the line are all being checked in. There's also a table for the non-UCA attendance sheet, so those participants can stop and be appropriately recorded. Finally, the last stop before the entrance is the metal detector. This ensures that everyone is checked before they enter the location. Monitors should execute the check-in or entrance procedures set forth for the event. They should also be continuously checking the area for guest safety. Monitors need to ensure no extra entrances or exits are being used, and that no members or guests are entering areas that are closed off for the event. Again, monitors are expected to remain sober for the duration of the event. They should also handle issues as they arise and work with UCAPD or the security personnel at the event and follow all directions given. Sometimes monitors are asked to handle issues themselves, and sometimes security will choose to do it for them. Monitors are to work with officials and should not get in the way of police or security. If there is a monitor rotation, there should be a person who starts the rotation, and no monitor should leave their post until the next person arrives. Finally, two things we would like to ensure all monitors are aware of are the Arkansas Good Samaritan Law, or the Joshua Ashley Pauley Act, as well as the UCA Student Medical Amnesty Policy. These two items are aimed at encouraging individuals or RSOs to seek out the necessary proactive attention for themselves or others who have overconsumed drugs or alcohol, engaged in or were subject to hazing behavior, or other forms of misconduct that might jeopardize student safety. We know that most students do not want to get themselves or their friends in trouble for excessive drinking, using illegal drugs, or hazing. The Arkansas law and UCA policy are in place to ensure fear of disciplinary or legal actions does not deter students from seeking medical or other assistance for those in need. More information can be found online or in the UCA Student Handbook. When the event concludes, monitors should hold a post-event meeting with the other monitors, the president or event planner, and UCA PD or security if applicable. This follow-up should ensure anything needed for a wrap-up report is provided. Monitors should discuss the event and if or how things could have gone better. All supplies should also be gathered and given to the person who will be returning them to student life. The non-UCA attendance sheet needs to be kept and given to the RSO president or event coordinator to be uploaded into Cub Connect. Finally, the venue should be cleaned up and returned to how the RSO found it. Event planners or presidents can complete the post-event feedback form, which is found on Cub Connect. Event monitors are important to the successful operation of an event for our RSOs. More information can be found on the RSO website and Event Planning Toolkit.